make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. With oil prices going down, I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately, and likewise, they should be dropping all over the world. Interest rates should follow us.
Are you planning on issuing any either meme coin, ETFs, or anything like that now that the animal spirits seem to be very much alive?
I think the Sorkin coin should.
Sorkin coin. We got to do a squat coin. We've talked, Becky and I, we talked about a squat coin.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you fascinated by this, by the way, just the whole phenomenon?
No, I'm not.
You're not.
As a huge believer of crypto and blockchain and tokenization, I want the SEC to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. That will simplify things, make things easier. Some of the tax on BlackRock would never have to vote on a proxy vote anymore because every owner of record would be notified through a tokenization of equities. And it would save more money for more people. It would bring down the cost of ownership of stock and bonds. So those are the type of financial reforms we need. Right. I have scenarios where it could be pretty bad. I believe if we could unlock all this private capital, we're going to have enormous growth. At the same time, some of this is going to create new inflationary pressures.
Right.
And I do believe that's probably the risk that is not factored into the markets. I think the bond market is going to tell us where we're going. And I've been saying now for some time, I may have said it last week, there's a probability we could see the 10-year over 5%, maybe even 5.5%. That would shock the equity market. That would not be a good scenario.
If you're frightened of your debasement of your currency or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country, you can have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as an instrument. And so if that becomes true and you see that it could be a proper hedge against maybe hope security or equities. Yeah. The question is, could you see a 2 or 5% allocation? I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody adopted that conversation, it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 per Bitcoin.
But does it also?
I'm not promoting it, by the way. So that is not my promotion.
There's some talk. This will make the XRP people really happy. XRP could be utilized and/or ordered to be used for a central bank digital currency or as the base layer for national banking. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but that's one that if that does happen, that changes things. It's kind of like
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Trump at Davos. And again, guys, he had that purple tie on. And that means nobility. But I'm going to touch on Trump's comments later. But guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly pulling back. It was moving up earlier because we got a tweet from Loomis that big things were coming, and we already know how the algorithm works. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now moving up. And we have BlackRock Larry Fink sees potential risk and says that the bond market will tell us where we're going. And we know the crypto teacher tells you this on a daily basis. Now we have the dollar up. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Circle unveils Paymaster to allow USDC stablecoin to be used as a gas fee. So you won't need to use a native token. And of course, that will increase the usage of USDC. And then, guys, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at 123 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And we wait on the BOJ decision. And we see yield rates moving up. And if the BOJ does decide to raise tomorrow, we know in the mainstream media, they're going to blame Trump. We know the central banks don't take the blame. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Trump said he will demand interest rates come down, which we know he has no control over. We know that's the Fed. And Trump works for the Fed. The Fed doesn't work for Trump. And they want to keep these rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. They have to see that job weakness first, which we know is all manipulated, before the Fed starts to cut again. And we had Trump state we're going to be a manufacturing powerhouse and the capital of AI and crypto. And Trump is giving the world the truth, but of course the truth hurts. And we know the sheep stay distracted on things that don't matter. And I got a comment on one of the videos yesterday saying that their family is still not listening. And guys, you know I used to tell you all the time, wake your friends and family. But then I told you, we're getting too close now. Focus on yourself. Do what you can do to make sure that you're straight. And what little you have on the side, then you can help out family. But we're definitely about to go through a transition that's going to change everyone's lives. And it just depends on what side of history you want to be on. Because like Jerome Powell stated, a lot of people are going to be left behind. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Morgan Stanley CEO says that banks will work with U.S. regulators on offering crypto. And legislation for stable coins are definitely going to be approved this year. And remember, stable coins are not crypto. And don't forget, guys, things are going to be moving so fast. And the reason why Trump is doing things so fast, because he only has 4 years. He doesn't have to worry about any re-election. And guys, this was planned out a long time ago. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. We have the Bitcoin spot ETFs right now slightly up. Ethereum spot ETFs right now slightly down as I'm doing this video. And we see altcoins and meme coin ETF applications are on the way. And these meme coins are definitely pushing adoption. But we have Bitwise files for Dogecoin ETF. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Trump coin now on Binance.us. And again, guys, that's all about pushing adoption. And we have Trump-backed World Liberty Financial just bought another 9 million of WBTC. And they have been buying up real utility tokens. And that's the key, utility tokens. Now, we have a lot of talk about a Bitcoin reserve, Loomis, of course, Trump, Michael Saylor, and now Marathon Digital. Now we see states trying to push these bills through in order to get it approved. And like I told you, the only way this Bitcoin narrative works is that Bitcoin will be the checking account for the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have BlackRock's Larry Fink says Bitcoin could be a hedge against currency debasement and instability, predicting it could hit 500 to 700,000. And again, the only way that's happening is if this is for the machines. Because remember, the sheep are going to be sitting at home getting free stable coins, telling them what, when, and how to buy. And then we had Larry Fink says he wants the SEC to approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. And we know, guys, he wants everything tokenized and put on blockchain because it's an automatic digital ID. And then plus, it's going to bring down the cost. And when we match up tokenization and the metaverse, you're looking at a video game. Remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. Now we have Mark Yusko says that XRP could be used as a CBDC or a base layer of national banking. And when we do our research on the BIS, SWIFT, all these central banks, we know that's definitely not true. But don't forget, there's a lot of small central banks that definitely could use XRP's technology. Remember, they have a CBDC platform. They have a stable coin. They have a protocol that can move money around the globe. So if you're one of the smaller banks or the smaller central banks, yes, definitely, you could use that technology. Remember, I told you, Ripple is nothing but a bank. But when it comes to these large central banks, we know they've been working on the technology a long time ago, and they're already implementing the digital asset technology into what they already have. Remember what Gary Gensler stated. They're not giving up control of the monopoly. And we know that for a fact. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.